Right, hey, what's up everyone, it's Weston here. So today we're going to be reviewing the Sennheiser Urbanite headphones. So before I start, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to Sennheiser for sending these out to review. So let's jump straight into the design. So kicking off, you can see I have the Nation version of these, but you can get different colours as well, which I will link down in the description. So the first thing that you'll probably notice is the really striking red ear cups on this version. So that's flanked by a white accent, which really complements the red, I think. And then you move across and you've got your black ear cushions. So all really nice looking in that part of the headphone. So we move round then onto the Aluminium Slider. So this is finished off in a metallic blue. It features the Sennheiser logo in white, which is a really nice contrast to the blue. Speaking of the blue, it's got sort of like a little flake in it as well, which sort of makes it sparkle a little bit under sunlight, which I think looks really nice. So then we move round onto the brackets, which are finished off in stainless steel, and these feature the Sennheiser logo on one side and the Urbanite on the other. On the inside you'll notice that there's a left and right indicator and some exposed screws, which I think look pretty cool. Then you've got this sort of bit of material here. Now this is where your cable is located, because as you can see it's just a one-sided cable, so it has to loop around the headband. Personally, I think it's a little bit too big and they could have streamlined it a little bit, but that's just my personal taste and it might not be something that bothers you. So moving around onto the inside, we've got some padding here. Not too much padding, but I'll come on to that later on. So then on the top you can see you've got your headband, which is finished off in a fabric material. It's got some exposed stitching on it as well, which I think just adds a touch of class to the headphones. And they're much different to the usual plastic sort of stuff that you see on the market. So then we move down onto the cable. Now this cable features a proprietary connector from Sennheiser. And what you'll notice is it has a little notch on the connection. So that little notch lines up with your headphones with the same notch, and it sort of acts as a locking mechanism. So then we move down onto the rest of the cable, and this is the iOS version, but you can get versions for Android as well. So like I said, all that will be linked in the description. So on there you get a 3-button remote for iOS, and that is your volume control, a play pause button, and an included microphone as well. The control button feels really nice. The play pause button is finished off in a different sort of finish to the volume controls. This is so it makes it easy to distinguish when using it on the go. So then we go right down to the bottom, and you've got a L-shaped 3.5mm jack, which is fairly long, so if you're using a case on your phone, it should fit perfectly fine. Now we get onto build quality, and Sennheiser's really stepped up the game here. So like I mentioned already, you've got stainless steel, aluminium, and a little bit of plastic on the ear cups as well. But all in all, these are very solidly built. You've got a great mechanism which feels really strong and really robust, and I definitely don't think it's going to be breaking anytime soon. So the overall construction is really solid. The only thing that's a little bit of a negative is the ear cups are finished off in plastic. So then we got onto the ear cushions, and they are really nice and soft. I think it's sort of like a velour material. The only issue is with this material is that it does seem to attract a lot of sort of dust as well. So then we get onto the cable, and the cable is really well made. It's finished off in a soft touch rubber material, and it feels really nice, and it is really well built. So I don't think the cable, even though you only get one, is going to break anytime soon. So then we get on to comfort. Now, like I mentioned already, you do get a little bit of padding in the headband, but the headphones aren't that heavy anyway, so you don't really need that much padding. The headband is designed really well though, and it does distribute the weight across your head really well. The ear cushions, like I said, are really soft, really plush, and the material is so nice. Usually I find with leather that can chafe a little bit and make your ears hot. This is so smooth, you can wear these for hours. Then you've got some axis of movement here. So you can see the headphone does move on all axes, so it goes up, down, left and right. So when you're on the go, you can easily adjust these headphones to fit you perfectly and get the best position for comfort. Right, so wearing these for about 3 or 4 hours, I found that my ears didn't get hot. I didn't feel sort of any fatigue in there at all. And I probably could have kept going a little bit longer as well if I didn't have to do other things. The only issue is if you're a glasses wearer like myself, the earphones can press your ear into your glasses, which then pushes it into your head. That can cause a little bit of discomfort, but then again, most of the on-ears do that as well. Right, so now we're just going to quickly just mention the specs. So all the specifications I will link down below, and they will be written down below as well. So features of these headphones, like I mentioned already, it does have the cool folding mechanism. It does come with an included carry pouch as well, so if you do travel a lot you can put them straight into that. Like I said already, it comes with an iOS controller, but you can get them for Samsung, HTC, LG I believe, and all those will be linked down in the description as well. So quickly moving along, we're going to talk about isolation and leak. Now these are some of the best performing I've ever tested, and that goes for on-ears and over-ears as well. Now I did notice when I were on the bus that I couldn't hear anything, and I mean it was really one of them old sort of dinosaur era buses, and I couldn't hear anything at all. And I mean, you know how loud those buses can be, and these blocked them out brilliantly. Same again for leak as well. I mean, you can turn these up pretty high and there's minimal leak, which I'm really surprised at for an on-ear design. Mostly on-ears you do get a little bit of leakage, but these none at all, and I am really impressed with that. So now we get on to the main event, and that is the sound quality. Now Sennheiser have really done a great job here. Now like I said, these are more for your youth market, so they're more swayed towards an exciting sound rather than a sort of the audiophile sound. But that doesn't mean that these are bad at all. Now these are sort of bass heavy headphones. Now the bass is really powerful, really impactful, and is one of the sort of like wow features. Now I don't normally usually like really deep bass, but I found myself listening to some drum and bass and really enjoying listening to these. So like I said, if you like drum and bass like myself, or rap, hip hop music, all your stuff with really deep bass lines, these definitely deliver that. The bass is sort of really powerful, impactful, it drops really deep, and it can kick pretty hard as well when it wants to. The mid-range is a little bit sort of subdued for my liking. It seems to get sort of pushed to one side by the bass. Now me, I like a really wide open mid-range, so it's really airy sounding. These are just a little bit too closed in for my liking. Now I'm not saying that they sound bad, the mid-range is actually really good, it's just it needs a little bit of coaxing to sort of get the most out of it. So tweaking your EQ a little bit to boost the mid-range will make them sound much better. Vocal production is really great, really natural sounding, really detailed, on the warm side as well, which goes hand in hand with the exciting sound. The high frequencies again are a little bit sort of subdued. I don't mind that though, because I'm not a big fan of really high, sort of really intrusive highs. I would quite like mine to be sort of just audible rather than one of the main focal points. But all in all, Sennheiser have done a really great job. So like I said, if you like your bass heavy genres, these are perfect for that. Right guys, so that just about wraps it up for this review. So to summarise, the design is really nice. They're very well built. They're very comfortable. They block out a lot of noise, they don't leak too much. The sound quality is brilliant. It really does kick hard, and it is a really exciting sound. And I did actually find myself quite enjoying listening to these. Normally I like a really sort of flat response, so you're not really getting any biased anywhere. But these, it's something different to what I usually listen to, and I actually really enjoy listening to them. So yeah, Sennheiser have done a really great job with these headphones, and I'm actually really pleasantly surprised by how good these headphones are. Right guys, so that is my review of the Sennheiser Urbanite headphones. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button for more videos like this. Again, thank you for watching, and I will see you all on my next video.